Hi everybody, nice to have you here. Today I will talk about a very interesting subject, society or economic in the society and so on. And it's very complex and very advanced, but is it really? Because you can look at it from a ecological perspective and then it becomes really clear. It becomes clear where you are in the society, what function you are, and what other functions are, and why it is like this. Why is there greed? Why is there big companies? Why is some people without work, and so on? Why do some people have a lot of money and others don't have a lot of money? So, succession. Well, that is how nature works. We call this the way of how nature works. In the beginning, there is only empty land. There's only clay and soil. Nothing there. Not even soil, just rocks and stone and clay and sand. So here, the first seeds comes in by the wind or by animal, birds and so on, and they start to establish themselves. It's rain a little bit, and they start to do the hard work. These are the tough plants, So shoot down roots and create organic matter around themselves. And this take a while. They are there for a while, and bacteria and fungi works with them, special kind, and they start a little small ecosystem starts to appear. Now, which are these in society? Yeah, well, it's the young family in the village couldn't fit into this small village. There was no space for them, so they have to go somewhere else and clear the ground and build their own new farm, right? In the beginning of civilization, yeah. And then the next step is perennials, plants that live for many years. Now they come in and established because now there is a little bit better soil, there is a little bit more bacteria in the soil, and maybe there is worms and so on. So suddenly they have the correct soils construction for them to survive. So they start to grow and they build more and better soil. So there are more energy into the system, can hold more water, holds more energy, more break down more minerals and things like that. So in society we can say that these are the painters, the carpenters, the butchers, all this standard work that you had, the layer just over the farmers and woodcutters and so on. So the next layer there, and they produce things and compete with these farmers, but also work together with the farmers. Next step is small bushes, yes, come to grow, because now the soil is better, more energy in the system, so now they can thrive. So the bushes comes and they have berries and leaves that they leave out. What is that in the society? Oh, traders. Yes, they drop leaves and people want the other critters down there, and the animals want this and eat it and digest it, and it gets into the system back to the roots, and the plants takes it up. So we have small ecosystems around all these bushes, different kind of small animals, pollinators and so on, and other animals will come out and eat the berries and spread it and so on. So we can say these bushes are like traders. And they also give leaf and yeah, like new seeds and so on, they spread. Problem is here for the other species or the other plants is that they grow higher, so they take more of the sun. So they compete out the pioneers and so on, and they also change the soil, so it's now different. So this soil doesn't fit many of the other pioneers anymore, but weed, so they disappear. They don't have the correct soil, and they don't have correct amount of sun. And this goes on, the small trees comes, and still in the end we have the big giant trees. That's the end of succession. Now it's a big forest. We have a tight, huge canopy with a lot of leaves, covers the whole sky, so there is not much sun. They take 90% of the sun. There's nothing down there between the stem and the roots and the soil, cleaned out very little. And also a lot of leaves. So now when it's a forest and not grassland or open land anymore, then there are less species, but these trees are like huge corporations. They cooperate with all these animals in the soil. Gigantic, they spread out. So now we have all these fungi and this kind of species that could live in the dark, but also are in symbiose with the tree. Everything is in symbiose with the tree. You cannot work in the forest if you are not in symbiose, because there's just not enough sun. You get the sun or the sugar that this tree create comes from the leaves, go down in the stem and out in the soil, and these biological things that happen in the soil and plants down there, they trade this sugar. So the tree is the center of the forest, like in the Amazon. So if you don't work with the tree, then you're out of business. So totally different. And if we look to our system in the world now, where are we? Yeah, we are in this late system of succession, because we have these rich people, dictators and companies that own everything. They take everything. They cover the whole sun. There's nothing left for anybody else. And if you don't work with them, you disappear. So where are you in this system? Are you in the top? There's very few who are the big tree, but there are special animals and plants that work up in the canopy, can reach the sun and work with the tree. We have this up there, you have, and then the middle class is wiped out. There's nothing there, and then we have the low paid workers down there in the soil, just doing the hard work, cleaner, garbage pickers and so on, selling, farmers and so on. They don't get much. They just get just as much as they need for survival. Every year the tree fell down the leaf and makes the whole soil nutrient again. But this is okay because it's a tree, so all these leaves are so full of energy, so everything down there gets a lot of energy. It's not like now in the modern society with humans. No, we have no roots and so on, so we're not connected to nature. So these in the top, they think they can drop down leaves with no energy in and still get these animals to do the job. No, it doesn't work like that. They must be full of energy when they come down. Otherwise you don't have a circular system. You cannot just drop leaves without energy. You can't just sell food with no energy in it. Sooner or later the system collapses. We have other situations. We have some big trees here that want to keep the leaves forever. They want to drop them. The leaves are old, nothing happens, they don't function so good anymore, but they hold on to the leaves. So they don't drop the leaves down so people can use them. It's also will collapse the system. And this is what we see when humans are involved, So here we are. So the question is, where are you in this system? And we also understand that why do the middle class disappear? Yes, this is normal in a forest. There is nothing there between. Everything is down below or up in the top. So this was my little take of the economy right now. So some people call it late stage capitalism. So if you want to read about that, you can just Google it and see what's this about. But this is also how I see it. So the question is, how do you do if you're a normal plant and you are down below there and you don't get any sun? Yes, you want to spread your seed. You want the wind to take it away to a new place where there is no big trees. You want an animal to eat your berry or, take it away so you can start all over. And this has happened in society many times. The whole United States is like that. It was too crowded, too many big trees in Europe. So you went to United States, out in the prairie, and started all over. And there were no trees, so there was space for people, and now they could just spread out. Same is with all of our history. So how do we do that now when all the space on Earth is already covered? These corporations and these people, the countries, they've taken all land. There is nothing there. This is the tough. This is when you feel the pressure. So for me, I'm also under this pressure, but you can go out and start to creating your own system outside of the forest, like this little family who was new in the village, starting anew. They have to be at the border, and we do the same. I also have starting to leave the center of Vilnius and building a little farm outside by the border and creating my own system who can feed me. And there is also trees, but that's not where I plant. I'm planting a new forest, because what do we say, that where there are 50% trees, fruit trees and other trees, and 50% grassland, there you have maximum biodiversity. That also means maximum amount of what you can grow that we humans can grow or eat. Because we humans, we didn't live in the deep forest. We didn't really live out in the savannah either. We were just at the edge, like all other species that have wanted maximum diversity. So this is where we also emotionally want to be. We want to be there by the edge. We like to see many different things. We like to have diversity in our life. Don't just want one kind of animal. We like to see many different kind of animals. And today this is threatened. buy farmland that is totally desert, nothing. We kill everything all the time. And we know that humans cannot live inside a deep forest, you know. Most of the mushrooms in my forest you can't eat, then you die. So you have to create this perfect little spot between the forest and just you can watch out from the savanna and grassland and looking at all the wild animals. And of course, if you want to do it too and don't really know how to do it, you can always contact me and we can have this journey together. This was my idea of